I've always heard about people buying stuff at AliExpress, and I decided to give it a shot for myself. So I logged in, I went to the website, I made an account, logged in, and they have this thing called dollar deals or dollar days, I think it is. And I scrolled through this thing for like probably an hour, and the prices on some of this stuff was just so ridiculous. I had to try it out and see what happened. So I ordered all this stuff on March the 5th, and it got to me by March 18th. So it took about 13 days to get here. And I'll tell you, most of that time, it got transferred over to United States Post Office. It took longer for it to get from USPS to me than it did to get from China to USPS. So the total amount that I spent on all of this stuff here was I think $36.59 plus about another $3 for sales tax. We got a lot of stuff though. So first of all, this was kind of silly, but I started looking at these, and what these are, does it even say right there what it is? Oh yeah, it says it right here. D1 Mini. This is an ESP, is that what's, no, it's an 8266 by, yeah, ESP8266 by Espressive. And this is a little mini micro, whoa, got a lot of, man, they give you a lot of different header choices here. That's pretty cool. And that's actually pretty cool. Well, you have two different header choices. You have, well, no, let's see. I'm trying to look through the camera. No, we do. Look, we have the female ones that can go on top of the board. And then it looks like these are similar, except they have longer pins. So you can use it both ways. You have access to the pins on top, or you can go into a breadboard. That's actually pretty cool. And then you have the standard little header pins. This is that's pretty cool. They include all those headers. I was not expecting that. But yeah, here it is, D1 Mini. And I looked at the specs real quick. It has Wi-Fi. That's the antenna right there. It does have Wi-Fi. It doesn't have a ton of pins, but let's be honest, most of the time we're not using that many pins anyways. I think it has, I'm assuming it has one I2C controller on it, and with that you can do a lot of stuff. It's got 4 megabytes of flash storage, and oh man, I forget how much RAM it has. I want to say it's 80K or something like that. That's the one weakness. And one cool thing, it does, it's a USB-C port, as you can see here. So I saw that these, if I bought 20 of these, it was only going to be $1.43 per. And I was like, man, that would be really cool just to have 20 little Wi-Fi capable chips that cheap. So I bought a bag of 20 of them. And it only cost $28.59 to buy 20 of them. And I mean, this thing is way more powerful than, say, an Arduino Uno for way cheaper. I still can't get over all the different header options they give you. That is very generous. They did not have to, I wouldn't expect them to give you all those different header options. And now I have to think about, of course, I don't have to solder them all up immediately. I've got plenty of them here, but I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to use these. Because that would be kind of cool sometimes. Oops, I'll just throw these in there. It would be kind of cool sometimes to not have to use them with a breadboard. Okay, another thing we got are these little guys. These are some 1.54 get in there a little closer. 1.54 inch TFT displays, and I picked these up for $1.33 a piece. I bought 3 of them. So yeah, let's open one of these guys up. I'm pretty excited about this too, because it's a little bigger. The only other little screens I've had like this have been the little OLED screens that are like I think 0.96 inches, and they're nice, don't get me wrong, like they look great, but they're super small and they're not full color like this. Oh, this screen's a lot bigger. Oh yeah, this is man, that is sweet. Okay, I'm looking forward to trying that too. Look at the size of that little screen. That is so much bigger. Hang on, I got my I have a .96 one over here. Just to give you a comparison, look, this is the .96 and this is the 1.54. This one probably has, whoops, dropped the little screen here. Looks like this one, probably, this screen is probably 2.5 times the square inches of this one. This one also, it's 240 pixels, 240 by 240 pixels. So that's pretty sharp. That's going to look pretty sharp on a screen this small. That's going to look really good. So I'm looking forward to using that too. And it's full color. That's going to be awesome. So I don't know how, I guess you can save, I don't know, I'll have to find out. I guess you save JPEGs or something, JPEG files, and then you can write them to it, or you can use the draw libraries or whatever you want to do. But yeah, those are really cool. Let's see, what is this? Okay, this is going to be fun too. This is looking forward to this too. The only kind of distance sensor I've ever used before is it HCSR004, the ultrasonic sensor. And I saw this sensor in the dollar deals or dollar days. I can't remember what you call it, but that's how I got all these prices on these things, because I think the normal prices on all this stuff is a little bit higher, not a whole lot. But yeah, this little laser sensor was there, and it was $1.59. So I'm looking forward to trying this guy out too. It's a TOF, time of flight, which is what TOF means, 200C. So, and I don't know what the connections are. I'm looking at it. Okay, it looks like it's probably I²C. Might say it on here. Let's see. Does it say? No, it doesn't say what. Oh, here it's on this label here. Yeah, I²C output. Okay, sweet. So I'm looking forward to trying that out too, because from what I've read, these things are way more accurate than the ultrasonic ones. They all have their weaknesses. I think this one's weakness is like reflective stuff or something. I think that's what I remember reading. I don't really remember. And then this one's kind of boring. I wanted to try out. They're calling this a high precision little. It's a AHT20. Plus, it's got barometric pressure sensor on it. And it is, I think that's I²C. Yeah, I see SCL and SDA there. And I wanted to try this out versus, I forget the model of the other, DHT11. Because to me, the DHT11's a little quirky. I want to see if this one doesn't work a little better. I'll try it out. And I only had to pay 89 cents for it, so why not give it a shot? Okay, what else do we have? Oh, we have one more thing. I did buy some other stuff too, but I just picked out what I thought was some of the cooler stuff to show you guys. This one is going to be really cool. This is an RGB LED 8x8 matrix. So you have 64 individually addressable RGB LEDs. I think this is going to be super cool. So the really neat thing is you only need one pen, one digital pen to control it. Well, that's the out right there. One digital pen to control it. Get in tight there. Because the only connections you have are voltage plus, and then a ground, and then in the middle you just have one in. And then the kind of cool thing here is you also have voltage out, and you have your digital out. So you can have one digital pen driving multiples of these boards. I don't know what the limit would be. The one limit, though, for these that I was reading about, this little board can pull like 1 to 2 amps. So you definitely want to run this, I think, based on what I read anyways. You don't want to try and power this from the microcontroller. It might be too much power. So probably going to use a separate power supply for that. But yeah, that was only $1.39. I think that's pretty crazy. So the fact that it has in and out, I bet if I looked on YouTube, I can find where people made like huge displays of these with a bunch of drivers and obviously a whole bunch of power. So yeah, pretty cool stuff, I think. And the deals, I don't know how they sell this stuff this cheap, because the stuff I bought, I don't think I could even ship it to China for this price. So I know they get the e-packet deal, and so it's subsidized and everything, but it's still amazing. I had to try it, and yeah, you can look forward to seeing a lot of this stuff in future projects on the channel. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this stuff from AliExpress. Thanks a bunch for watching. I'll see y'all again soon. Bye, y'all.